after a very moment, after a very day, after a very rich, a very time I just got in the middle of the city, understanding and knowing as much as happens, and the whole generations will suffer. Abominations disoriented, everything more. Suffering some kind of an explosion around, suffering some kind of corporation of abominablest for less humanity, which every day I name, every day I just put in exhibition for who they are and what they do. Even today, dealing after my first these days video, which were not exactly the best ever moment, and I'm sorry because, like I said, I won't apologize. For the truth telling, for the reality showing. I'll apologize. I'm sorry for the terms which are not the best to say. I'm sorry because of the ways to say it. I'm sorry because of they are not exactly the image of Hashem. They're not like ADONAI says about me and others. But the reality is that I'm not going to be sorry to say what it is. And I'm not going to be sorry to fight it. And I'm not going to be sorry to put in the hell who the hell gotta go to. And you understand what I say? I'm going to explain you a couple of things about this. During this day, we were suffering again with International Criminal Court in France. And even like I said since this morning, Jewish communities, United Nations Council in New York, which is supposed to be a chair of mine, alive. And in the middle of this also all matters to saying still, of course. Suddenly like to establish the reality of this. As large time I came on suffering and trying to get out, as large time a lot of things came on happening all around my life, and the first ever ways were using evangelics with the burden of victims a lot, healed too much, abducted and used way much, others stupid, and the rest abomination, like the heads producing, promoting what they do. Conscience. And not three then, just a couple of which I were trying to take him off. But they says, you go away and we give you into the police for the helping doctrine and all, and refers on me and tells. On the right existence and preeminence of the reality on this whole came exactly the point of what it really just happened all around at this days. And what happened all around at this days were that everything got in the right definition and everything got in the right place. Each thing has. So, we start the chapter 56, Armageddon. This is another cyclic, the hopelessness monastery. We jumped from the 45 to the 56. It is the platform of Tabaskat Tachinim. The first way says, and jumps. And there starts the process. 56 to the 45, 56 to the 46, 56 to the 47, 56 to the 48, 56 to the 49, 56 to the 50, and there stops. And runs in time again, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, and whenever it comes again at the 56, retakes all the and makes a very clear. This is not really much time. This is about a couple of months. Especially not tretikas pochlime en sakashmothale en kabishmotachlein. Everything is accomplished and sealed. The right of lech motabide felsef shachmuat al khadish monachati fesmati diet efechotish mothlen kefina. So suddenly we're under extortions the whole today, and while those extortions, the 10 disgusting Sodoma were all around, telling, let's go to the friends. Oh, we take her off to Ed for my mother. And celebrating, oh, my brother, we take her off. Here we done to Ed. Let's go to the friends. Whip them all. Whip done to Ed. Of course. And the reality of the soul, with the suffering of every day, disgustingly, is what we go through, which it is and this is Torah. So suddenly, whenever you go to the Isaiah book, you are going to find out that a lot of things which also archaeologists found where are coming to being accomplished about these days. Like in a time where the Fechmothi, and every moment cut the when we say Ashbe'echa Dan Yomot Kapchenechanish Lebedechut Me'enochlim Neshancher. And the last of archaeology found was supposed to be me, making yielding of matter or material and cheating the people, saying that I will ever send that to be written and buried in some places that after I will ever killing for there to be found. Still there's Guillermo Horacio pregnant, it's Sodoma with the bodies. The delivers of Avashnechochi inotapach malum evertu Torah today. In the middle of it, and suddenly we find out that every cliff is home and it were ADD, perhaps the regular Torahs won't have it. But whenever you ask to Al-Bochmo Acher Chabib Bechalechmo Ashmara Fachim, they are going to send you our organized Isaiahs Chabchim. So suddenly, in the middle of this a whole day under extortions, I will get into a place, getting my internet often, trying to load up a video, and 4 times cut up my connection, and suddenly on and on and on and on, making me waste time and forging and robbing, and keeps on making the Sodoma Bachatov Shnobata. We done it first, don't you see? Forged hours. And in the middle of this all, just like to establish some orders, happened what we never wanted and we never needed, but in the middle of this all, I just forwarded in the day, dealing and suffering a lot of things which supposed to be in jail, and Intel asking more and more and more and more trousers of this degeneration, which were making to friends of mine which were kidnapped, but raped, not they to ask for. Raped. And in the middle of this all, also I will be internated in 5 hospitals, delirium and needing medications, psychiatric medications, the whole day. And also I will be consuming drugs and selling them, and also robbing and prostituting myself. But above the whole of this, which the same ones on and on were seeking for the ones to, or you do what I say to you, or I rape you, and you understand that I command. Sodoma, telling in front of the whole Senator, I were the lion of the day. Well, with this, of course, Cuerpo Médico Forense, the liars that I the liar, and the liars seek abominable excrements of hell with the pardon of a few. With the sick excrements of hell, government of the city of Buenos Aires, declaring that I'm going to be what they says, whether they have a career of Sodoma and prostitutes of them. Well, sorry for the words again, but yes, the picture, and it's the reality. In the middle of this all, I just were dealing with the situations, and suddenly, under these extortions, I just dealt with it. And what happened? It were not only Sodoma Federal Police of Argentina, the sick degenerates ever, but also it were now Metropolitan Specials, which are Sodoma as well, raping and destroying people, and telling all over again everybody wherever I go that I will be with them punteros and degenerates, which are Sehmodloveti Menechteri of Sodoma then. That I will simply be seeking for rob people and robbing and making felony, and I were supporting permanently the whole that this lousy shit and they do to happen. To rob the people, to mutilate, sodomize, rape, murder, genocide, familicide, chistocide, prochestocide, pedocide, dogside, goatside, canaryside as well. Wherein you saw the master of the Bechmafach Lady Sodoma, you need to rape a canary. And I'm not joking. They need to rape a canary. And in the middle of the reality, I will be prostituting and robbing, and seeking to rob and helping for people to be robbed and helping for that all to happen which they are. The coverage for this ought to be. And premeditating 29,816 persons to being murdered inside the same metropolitan, which were used for a while to try to give a shape and a face and a mask. What this lousy hell, big, are. Making absolutely the same career of shit hell that the rest are. And in the middle of this all just happened the reality of the lousiest Sodoma, vagina and phallus, were all around, in bicycles, in cars, and whatever they're to found, and watching the special agents, watching me so at distance. Oh, he is here and he came. We are going to check it out because of he we're doing. And suddenly telling to a couple of stupid puppets they're around, and Sodomaki, the generator of PFA, that to watch me out because of I were to making what they says, and made in the whole of the lousy porn, and upon it murdered 21,404 persons because of they said, put it in your damn ass. Sort of the word. Which is gonna happen in them disgusting rectums and the way they died with. Well, sort of the word. At the clear of the day, my God, as the clear of the day, while all this around, and just dealing with the situations, a lot of people were kidnapped and given massive rapes and murder. And one of the things which happened, besides this all, were that Metropolitana thought that taking the clear thing except for this 21 and the 75,812 already murdered from the Metropolitana. We were taking something and I was saying to Your Honor, I says in New York, while this all-time crap were happening, and explosions and murders and rapes and everything. And one of the things were, like Sodoma Federal Police of Argentina and the whole degenerates rest, the whole of the parking of that nest of shit, and I'm sorry the victims and innocents, that I saw there, I were telling to Your Honor, is exactly what it happens all the time. Raped, murdered, it's your turn, which you want. These are the selection. You can pick one of those all. You want this or that. You want a Seat, you want a Ford Fiesta Genetic, or you want, I don't know, perhaps an Alfa Romeo, a Mondeo, Fluence. It were its friends. Do you want any of this? Just a couple. Void by the planes of the damn disgusting Glechtoba Schluta Mofrach. Christina Kirchner Market. Others already had. With the hands of Ahmad Khalif Sechot Hamili Sisi Sambash Mosalim. The rest are all my Francis. Remember, Francis, not necessarily my friends. Everyone. So suddenly, Fechmot Rabel Fesis, Sesmet Rabel Fedis. Praying, Lord, the Lord of them. You understand? Shown a very file of entrebedi Shmothanachim Metaspotar and Lechmodish Monechachani band. It is not like you'll die. You'll just feel like that. Right, Praying? You train the same you carnival and your Evangelics United. It's not like you'll die. And you say your faith is gonna save you. And you are authorities of God. That's the reason why you go to the damn shit desk and you tell and whisper to the ears saying, you don't have to hear no one unless this one. The reality of this is that you are the authority put at the God, and anything you do, you just gotta arrange with God himself. So you endorse the rapes, the murders, the robberies, the forgery, the genocide, the femicides, the chisticides, purchasticides, marriagecide, pedocide, and even dogs, and even goats. And even canaries. Right, Praying Carnival Crudo Cabrera no Condia. You endorse this. What kind of a God you say you have? What kind of an authority of what God you pretend to be pieces of scum, of hell, forever. Sehlá. And in the middle of this all, pretending, saying, oh, because of God endorses authority. I'm going to tell you one thing. Adonai endorses authority, and when Adonai says authority, he's talking about his commandment. Piece of scum of hell. When Adonai says, my authority, that I consider and I stand, is telling he is doing my will, and whenever mistakes or fails, comes and restores and keeps my way. You are hell, Babylon, and that's the way you die. And that's the way you go to hell with your Sodoma, you strengthened and supported for the whole abomination we suffer. United Evangelics of Hell. Understand? And the whole dose that you said, if you leave from here, I give it to the police for helping that criminal whenever you sue me. Those are going to be your judges below the name of Hashem and the name of the menorah, to put you at the destruction and the death, which the summatory not only of them but mine too, that you are going to have forever in the Seol. Sehlá. So suddenly, at the clear of the day, while we just went all through, I saw a very place sunset. In the worst of the sceneries, but in the middle of some kind of a leaves, like a poetry, as if Father May will ever remind me, I still love you. Very red, unusual sun, coming right down to hiding in the horizon like a poetry. And suddenly I just wished I would remind the moment, for I remember when he just came to me, and not by the name of evangelics. So the reality, yes. Verchobet remefechot lenetish kavechal chayim. Verchmot lenesefesh achlachat. There is not the sun. There is not the sunset. There is not the red sun. There is the verchmot letich chachaytish mothinechim in Leiden. He created it. And those things, like you remember, that you can understand, he is the only one. And he made them for he to remind to everybody, no biggest ever than him can ever move all we are living in. Nobody. In the middle of the soul, at the clear of the day, just drove me. I simply went all about to know that I had to be nearing into the United States of American Embassy. Let's say this clear. United States of America. In Buenos Aires, receiving some papers. Same in the Iskule Vechmut Letenseknot, the Embassy of Israel, Buenos Aires. And in the middle of this all, Sodoma Ejército Argentinos and Sodoma Federal Police of Argentina erupted inside, threatening and attacking and hitting and pretending to rape, telling to give them the papers that were for me. And Sodoma Ejército Argentino turned to touching 5, which are just copies. And the reality is, threatened to murder and went to attack inside the same embassies in Buenos Aires. warning everything. I couldn't do nothing else but just come back. All I tried was exactly what we could do. While Sodoma, prostitution, evangelicas unidas del infierno, kept on, oh, it's a devil, it's hiding, don't you see, it's not seen, it's hiding, telling that the hell abomination Sodoma were all through me, and I were hiding to the being, the supposed devil, grand devil making, that they afforded, strengthened, and produced, and founded in abomination upon my life. They pretend, saying they are more dead than ever, and in the hell ever after. Sehlá. And in the middle of this all, also some else. The whole recognizement of everything I just said. Murdering people, saying, acá se la hacemos, acá se la hacemos. Vamos a ganar, se la hacemos acá y ya le sacamos a la madre y le sacamos a todos, ahora le toca a él. Le hicimos los videos, le hicimos todo, le sacamos todo, somos los dueños, los reyes, los señores. I'm gonna set you with this for now. https www. Los reconocimientos de los degenerados argentinos creídos de señores y poder. Perras de Sodoma, perras de Babilonia, perras de Gomorra, perras del infierno, por los siglos. Oficialismo, Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, Kirchners, Evangélicos Unidos, Pontainti, F2, who was recalled last key, my site and cleaner, last BLYTT is in New York. You know I'm tired of this, and I am destroyed. I couldn't do this day nothing else but dealing with the 10 lousy shitters while kidnapped, raped, murdered, destroyed, genocided, family-sided people all around. And being destroyed also my person, and using me saying that for the third to playing the saint and mess with this one, we got up you. Pretending I to send them to do, and pretending I to tell them they are doing that. Further disguising everything and putting me like the Evangelica del Inferno still corroborates the whole shit of machineries and the whole abominable shit this all are, with the Kirchners all within. And not only this, but also Metropolitana, the selected for the conflict, to research and watch, with the pardon of the victims that are about to be murdered, genocided, family-sided, perras sucias de Sodoma, making up any kind of a shit and paper upon paper that I keep here too, like I already said in Cadence and Leon ISIS in New York. https www. Metropolitana, Policía, Fuerza Armada del Gobierno de la Ciudad de Buenos Aires, .gov, Control Shift F7, BRDMT5, small caps, enter, F12, downloading, or simply OS recall BRDMT coden, putting the last key with a very EDMT in F7, and with F2 downloading comes the whole that they are doing, and there's nobody that can take it off, even if the server will be off. You will have it. So in the middle of this all, فَنْخَمَتْ لَبَدِيفَ سَمَشَيْخَ لَخِيم أَوْتْخَ مَخِلَبْ تِبَشَ فَخَلَبْ تَمَخَلَبْتَ. Let's see who this lousy, asachitrama disgusting shit, and real disgusting shit, like no other, are. Sehlá. Fechmot Khalif and Seveshech Chanim. Investment Chanim. And for you, hell, Sodoma degenerados, you make me speak disgusting. It doesn't say it that way. Disgusting felon. No, 6 yet. Sorry people, sorry Hashem. I'm sorry for the terms. Alejandro Blanco REDEMI from my address. With I've been in jail and supposed taken off from me. Taken off. Alright, it's much higher. I'm just loading up the battery that I got depleted on the day, right? Sorry. I got depleted on the day, and here I got my plus that today. And yes, I recorded the video with this. Here I got my Google Plus. Right. And while we're destroying people all around, sorry, are 21:59 right now in Buenos Aires, and Satan pretends God to be Satan, and Lucifer pretends Adonai to be Lucifer, and Edrasel the Beast, Luciano Troviano, pretends Yeshua to be the hell, and he to be the Son of God. And Grand Whore pretends the menorah and Sion to be the hell that they are. And Sodoma pretends to be Eliad Moshe. Menorah. What do we do? Shbechini koblech mufech deshmodie fechalech mutham. Al chetchem melechos shachi ablechim fechalcha shmothim. The fevers of Lucifer, the original sin, the sin of Lucifer, the original sin, the heredity of the Belcholechot Chemechalechi Teshvot, is exactly what we suffer. The problem is, Adonai rescues and has mercy for the reality of His name and the testimony of justice of His, and truth above everything, the justice seals. Over this, bye-bye. Adonai be with us, which He is and will be forever. Shalom.